...2017 Audi A6 3.0T competition versus BMW 540i, Cadillac CTS-V Sport, Jaguar Xf AWD, Mercedes-AMG E43 4MATIC. Sport utilities have been eating into the premium mid-size sedan market share for years, but even though these sedans are outsold by their SUV counterparts 2-to-1, the upscale 3-box isn't dead just yet. It still accounts for nearly 190,000 annual sales in the US, and the players are almost too numerous to compare. Almost. So, before the four-door sedan goes the way of the sedan chair, we thought we'd investigate the proliferation of turbocharged and supercharged six-cylinders in the premium mid-size sedan segment. Much sportier than an SUV, these cars ideally blend luxury vibes and sporting driving dynamics into a perfect daily driver. Winning this test comes down to how well a car balances each side of that ledger. 8 candidates met our initial criteria, though we decided that Lincoln's new Continental is more of a luxury car than a sports sedan. The Genesis G80 Sport, a G80 with the larger G90's 365 horsepower twin turbocharged V6, would likely have played well here, but it doesn't go on sale for a few more months. Of the 6 that remain, there are only 5 in this test. We asked for a Maserati Ghibli at the 11th hour, and the only one available, a loaded SQ4 touching $100,000, was deemed too expensive. Of the 5 competitors, one of the newest is the 396 horsepower Mercedes-AMG E43 4MATIC. Based on the new E-Class, the E43 occupies the divide between the 241 horsepower turbocharged 4-cylinder of the E300 and the 603 horsepower twin turbocharged V8 in the E63s. And E43 begins at $73,325. But our test car tallied up a test high tab of $91,175. Of that total, we could easily have eliminated $7,830 by foregoing the optional cardinal red paint, metallic interior trim, blacked out exterior trim, ventilated front seats, AMG steering wheel, and the Burmester stereo. None of these extras increases the E43's inherent appeal, and none of them alters the driving experience. At the other end of the price scale is the Audi A6 3.0T Quattro. Undefeated in its previous 2 comparison tests, the A6 underwent a mid-cycle refresh for 2016 that brought new front and rear fascias, Apple CarPlay compatibility, and in-car Wi-Fi. New for 2017 is the competition package that brings a sport suspension, a torque vectoring rear differential paired with wheels and tires borrowed from the S6, 7 extra horses for the supercharged V6, for a total of 340, and the interior and exterior flair of the S6. In fact, we debated including the 450 horsepower V8 powered S6, which can be had for less than $80,000, but decided to keep the test to 6-cylinder models. While the A6 is beginning to feel its age, foregoing the S6 makes the Audi the least expensive car in this melee, with an as-tested price of $72,175. No test of this segment would be complete without a BMW 5 Series. Redone for 2017, the 7th Gen 5 Series now goes by the internal code G30 and, in 540i guise, features the latest BMW inline 6, the 335 horsepower single-turbo B58. The 540i's starting price is the lowest of the group at $57,445, but piling on the packages and individual options inflates the price to an as-tested $82,610. As with the Mercedes, it's fairly easy to bring down the Bimmer's sticker by skipping extras such as the $4,200 Bowers & Wilkins audio system, $750. Remote control parking, $650 ceramic controls, and $600 soft close doors. And we'd happily save the $190 it costs to make it possible to wave your hand at the instrument panel to adjust the volume. Redesigned last year, the Jaguar Xf now finds itself in its first comparison test. The second-gen Xf bears more than a passing resemblance to its predecessor, but it's the Jag's aluminum-intensive unibody that's unique in this segment. We do find it a bit strange that the liberal use of aluminum doesn't extend to the Xf's steel doors and trunk lid. Under the hood is a supercharged 3.0-liter V6. That's basically the brand's V8 engine minus a couple of pistons. To fight the good fight, Jaguar sent us the XFS with all-wheel drive. In skies, the output of the V6 rises from 340 horsepower to 380. All in, our XFS ran $77,535. And finally, a fair look at this segment would have to include the Cadillac Cts-V Sport, a former 10 Best winner and the most powerful of this quintet, with a 420 horsepower twin-turbocharged 3.6-liter V6. Under hood, the Cadillac's handling is as sharp as its sheet metal. To get the features and price up to parity with the others, we opted for the premium trim level that starts at $71,790. Add in the $3,000 carbon black package that brings Recaro seats and blacked-out wheels and trim, plus a few other options, and the total comes to $75,885. With 5 dressed-up sedans and no place to go, we decided to head toward the warmth of Palm Springs, California, to shake them down in the mountains that border the sleepy town. After several days and nearly 1,000 miles, these 5 four-doors with so much in common on paper revealed their vastly different personalities.